What's up, everybody? Welcome to another round of Young 7 Yang Game Reviews. Today I'm going to be doing a second playthrough / commentary of Xenoblade. This time around I'm going to do direct feed, and I'll be given essentially the same video I gave before, just an extended preview of the game. We're going to go through, I guess, the first 15 or 16 minutes so of Xenoblade. So anyway, let's get started with the new game. Now, as I said in my last commentary of this game, or short commentary of this game, this is one of the best RPGs I've played this generation, and it sucks for me because this is a Wii game, and I personally not a big fan of the Wii, but because of this game and a couple other games, I went ahead and bought a Wii, and trust me when I say my money was not wasted. Now, I do know that this game is coming stateside at some point. It's supposed to be some point next year, but this game's been out for roughly, I would say, about 8 or 9 months now, and it's one hell of a game. If you can pick up the Japanese edition, if your Japanese is, I would say, at an intermediate level to advanced level, then it's definitely worth the pickup. It's definitely worth the price. And even if you're impatient and your Japanese is 0, it's definitely worth having in the collection. It's definitely a worthy game. You're seeing right now the battle between two giant golems, and this game just gets even better as it goes. So we're gonna do. I'm not gonna talk too much through this particular commentary. I'm just gonna give you some story tidbits, or what do I think of it thus far, or in certain points. 神々は互いの存亡をかけて戦う。And as you can see, man, and Japan always gets the good stuff. I don't know why they always get the good stuff, but they do. そして Us Americans have to wait a long time. となった。それから幾万の昼と夜を経た今、僕らの世界、巨神のムクロの上に広がる大地。巨神界は鬼神兵によって蹂躙されていた。See, a lot of things about this game are done right. The art direction, the music, the cinematography, all on the limited system or the limited hardware of the Wii, and it still looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. It plays phenomenal too. See, one thing that I have to give Wii props to is they've got the best RPGs out there right now. Not the Xbox 360, not the PS3, and not the Wii of the US, but the Wii of Japan. Oh shit. Sucks for him. Alright guys, this is one of your main characters. This guy's a complete and utter badass. 右翼の乱れに乗じて進軍た。機械の化け物にしちゃ知恵が回るじゃねえか。けどな。だが、全軍に撤退命令だ。戦線をコロニー6まで交代。そこに最終防衛線を張るぞ。なるほど、そいつは賢明だ。このままじゃ俺たちみんなあの領域だからな。ちげねえ。それじゃとっとと引いちまうぜ。なんて言うとでも思ったか。何？引かなきゃ死ぬが、引けば未来はつかめない。ならつかもうぜ未来。なに？俺たちにはこのモナドがある。つかめるさ、絶対にな。このイノシシが。これ以上は貴様の体がモナドについていけん。動きを見ていればわかる。その年でもう老眼かディクソン。俺は平気だよ。まだこいつは握れてる。イノシシには言葉が通じないか。よかろう。俺も付き合うぜ。貴様の死にが拝んでやろう。あんたに拝まれるのだけは勘弁願いたいね。
おいおいおい、撤退命令が出たって言ってたろ。俺らごめんだ。
ダメダメ、お前も来るんだよ。そいつだって頼りにしてるんだ。敵の第二陣が進行開始しました。
さてダンバーよ、奴らに見せてやろうぜ。俺たちホームスの生き意地ってやつをよ。
承知。
何が生き意地だよ、バカじゃねえのか。死んじまっちゃ冗談にもなんねえぜ。仕方ねえ、こうなったらダンバーの
This game, how can I put it? What does this remind me of? Strangely enough, this game reminds me of a TV series called Berserk. Don't ask me why, and yes, there is zero relation between the two, but just the whole feeling of it. And that's one of the reasons it reminds me of Berserk. Just the overall feeling and sensation I get from this game. You know, the fighting sequences themselves. What are they similar to? I would say they're more similar to Final Fantasy XII's system than anything else, but it's more refined and a lot smoother, a hell of a lot smoother. And you know, the other thing too about this particular system is that the Wii controller, I'm not a big fan of that by the way, works very well with this game. And this game also does, you can also use the Pro controller with it. Messina had a little bit of trouble figuring out the camera, but I got it sorted after a couple minutes. But this is by far one of the best fighting systems I've played in the fighting and in RPG this generation. I am also a big fan of the Final Fantasy 13 fighting engine, which I know a lot of people hate, but for me I just turn the auto off and I just do it manually and I quite enjoy it. It gives you that option, so it's good. But with this one, pretty unique. I mean, again, it's related. It's very close to Final Fantasy 12 fighting system, but with its own little twist. The music and the music during the fighting sequences is really good, so it keeps you interested, and it's very easy to attack your enemies and to evade attacks. I mean, it's not an easy game by far, but what I'm saying is it's easy to control, and that's what's important. And another thing I would like to point out, I know I keep talking here, but this reminds me a lot of the old school Square Soft, you know, before they became Square Enix and started to suck. This is published by Nintendo, which for, I don't know, some strange reason this seems weird, because Nintendo never used to publish RPGs this good, at least not that I can remember. Oh, just to let you guys know as well, I'm going to be doing 2 other gameplay commentaries for the Wii. I'll be doing Last Blade, hopefully within a week or 2, and then followed by Pandora's Tower as soon as that one arrives. That might take a month. Seems a little bit out of my price range.
Oi!
本体の腕橋がどうあっても俺たちを滅ぼしたいらしいな。
奴らもそれだけ必死なんだろう。なら勝機はあるさ。
だな。
ディクソン、ムーカ、行くぞ。
Oh, another thing I really do want to point out about Xenoblade, this game doesn't just start off cool, it ends cool. And that's rare for a lot of RPGs today. A lot of RPGs will have a big opening, but you know, towards the end of it, it just starts to really suck. And one game I'm going to point out is Final Fantasy 13. For me, it had an excellent opening, but towards the ending, I was very disappointed with a lot of different aspects of the game. Lost Odyssey was good, excellent opening, decent ending, but it could have been way better. This game obviously graphically speaking, isn't as good as either of them. But the art direction kills both of those games, in my personal opinion. I love the art direction of this game. And I feel if this game was on PlayStation 3 or even the 360, it would have looked phenomenal. I'm hoping that when they bring this game to the US, that Nintendo ports this game over to the new Wii U coming out next year. Because I have a feeling this game will look really, really nice in HD.
俺たちの悪運もここまでってか。ダンバン。
ディクソン、残りの兵を頼む。
ダンバン、まさか貴様。バカな奴らだぜ。あとはほとぼりが冷めた頃にやがらってモナドを拾いに行けば。いっち
巨神界の人間を食われるのを待つだけの餌と思うなよ。
Again, man, simply epic. I know I keep repeating myself over and over again, but you guys gotta play this game firsthand to see what I'm talking about, to feel what I'm talking about. Check this out. I mean, it's giving you a rough idea of most of the areas that you can travel to in this game. All this is on those 2 giant columns. That is sweet. Xenoblade. Alright. This is the okay, prologue is essentially finished and we're in the beginning of the chapter, or the first chapter you could say, of the game. And we're going to start off with our main character.
71式奇神兵。こいつの光学系、対空砲の照準に使え
Which
たは
he's
ず。
basically just looking for scraps.
ダメか。完全に
Ancient
壊れてる。
machinery, they sell for a lot in this particular area, so he's trying to scavenge as much as
関
he
節
can.
部分はひん曲がってるか。
But, I mean, if you guys just look at the opening itself, it's a really beautiful
こ
game.
れじゃ使い物にならないな。
Again, this is Wii, and it does have its graphical limitations, but it definitely looks beautiful. The people who made this game, I would say they put as much dedication into it as Yu Suzuku put into Shenmue, and that for me says a lot.
69式だ。こいつの装甲、確か縦にちょうどよかったよな。ひっぺがして持って帰れないかな。ライン、こいつ騎士兵じゃない。
That was his name, Line. Sorry guys, I forgot his name. But yeah, so your main character is called Line, and his sidekick kind of, or the guy who's protecting him. Check this out. I'm gonna say sorry in advance because I know I'm kind of rushing through the tutorial part of this game, but trust me, it's very straightforward. A lot of things you really don't need to know in terms of the Japanese level, but if you do know it, it does help. This game, like I said in the very beginning, you definitely need to have some level of understanding when it comes to Japanese in order to understand the story in this game and to do certain things in the game. But overall, if you're just looking for a simple gameplay a fun experience with just the gameplay, then yeah, you can enjoy it up to a certain point. Then you're gonna get pretty stuff. if I remember correctly, GameFAQs.com does have a strategy guide. I'm about halfway through this game now, so I'm nowhere near completion.
ありがとうライン助かったよ
But I tend to take my sweet time with games like this.
コロニーから一歩外へ出ればこんなのがゴロゴロいるんだからさ。
でもおかげでこいつの殻取れたしコロニーのみんなきっと喜ぶな。
そういうことじゃなくてまあいいか。そういう
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
作ってくれるん
This
だもん
guy's
な。
name is Lion in
最
that
高の
game.
武器
His name is
このジャ
what?
ンクバンカーだって優秀だぜ。
Come
ディ
on,
クソン
go
さん
back
が
to
作る
it.
武器の見よう見まねだけどね。
まダンバンのあれにはかなわないけどな。
モナドかいつか
Shoot.
あの力の秘密
Shuru.
解き明かしてみたいな。
期待してるぜ。
Hard to pronounce.
さあ訓練の集合時間に遅れるとぶん殴られるんだ。直角ひげに。
Anyway,
角ひげ
this about sums up the gameplay and commentary of this game. Yes, I highly recommend you pick it up if you haven't already. If you're waiting for the US release or the European release, it's definitely going to be one of those games you want to get. I personally am not going to pick up the European release of this game simply because I'm never going to buy the US version of the Wii, because there's just not a lot of the games that I do prefer to play on it are in Japan only, with the exception of a couple. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and let me know what you think towards the end of it, and peace out for now.